Hello, friends. Bloons Monkey City today with a bunch of Monkey v Monkey. I was getting all confused right from the get-go. I'm going to do three nice little defensive modes. Now, Monkey v Monkey is a lot tougher than it used to be, so I might lose some. I don't know. I'm not used to that. I'm used to just owning every single Monkey v Monkey attack. And then on top of that, I don't know what I want to do, but I think I might try and do this Waddle Trees mission. So let's get started and see where we're going to go. We're going to turn on all the music for you guys. I know you guys like that. We'll start from the top and move our way down. This is a nice little medium attack. It's going to be pretty darn easy for us. He's only level 10. He's already trying to attack us. So it should be nice and easy for us. As usual, I'll usually start off with my Spike Factory, and then I like to get my boomerangs going. So let's get that stuff up. And then on top of that, I don't know, since this is such an easy one, maybe I'll just stick with 2-0 boomers, or even go with a quick mortar over here or something like that. We'll just at least get this guy up to 2-0, and then after that, it's just kind of up for grabs what the heck you want to do. But it's always nice to get those 3-0 boomerangs. I mean, they're kind of expensive, but they're extremely nice. Now, I am limited because I'm not allowed bomb shooters today. Bomb shooters, that's just a weird freaking name. I'm used to saying cannons or something. But he does have pink balloons come out here pretty darn fast, so, again, just a little bit tough for me. Tough decision indeed. It would be nice to get that 3-0 boomerang up. In fact, it's probably what I'm going to end up doing, but I like the mortars, except they're very expensive. Mortars are just so expensive to get, especially because the only real effective mortar that you're going to get is a blank 2 mortar, just an X2 mortar. As soon as you get Bernie stuff, you're going to feel pretty darn good about yourself, but other than that, it's just hard to save up all that money. It's like $1,500 for that guy when you can easily get a 3-0 boomerang, Glaive Ricochet upgraded just as easy. So I just finally got a couple quick things up that you guys probably don't know about yet. I've got my 3-0 cannons. I got a couple different random upgrades for a bunch of my little silly little towers over here. I got at least a 1-3 mortar, which is just very, very helpful for camo balloons. That's usually the way I like to go for camo balloons. Now, I don't have any Dartling guns yet, so I do have a few Dartling gun upgrades because I'm probably going to end up using them in the future. And Dartling gun upgrades are the things that actually takes a long time to actually get, compared to the Dartling guns themselves. All the towers are very, very fast. You can just build them and they get built in 2, 5, 10 minutes, somewhere around there. There's not very many towers that take an hour or 2 hours to build, besides maybe like a Super Monkey. And I'm not even a big fan of Super Monkeys, to be honest with you guys. Are you guys a big fan of Super Monkeys? So what I want you guys to do is in the comments down there, I want you guys to tell me what your favorite tower for Bloons Monkey City is. Not your favorite tower overall, because of course we have different styles of gameplay for each level or each game, and certain towers are always better in certain conditions. But for today, I want to know what is your favorite tower in Bloons Monkey City. For example, a lot of people don't like the 3-0 boomerangs. They think they're completely useless. And I disagree with you. I think they're still very useful, even though they don't have fantastic popping power like they used to. They don't have 10,000 popping power, and they're not $1,250 and really cheap and easy to get. They are $1,500 now for just one Glaive Ricochet, so it's about $2,200 or so to get one of these guys. What it is, $350, $250, that's $500, and another $250, so $750. Yeah, we got about $2,250 on one of these boomerangs. Just to get him up to Glaive Ricochet. And it's just like, oh, one tower. He also does have quite a few weaknesses as well. Regrow balloons are a pretty big weakness to this 3-0 boomerang. The cool thing about it is if you get 2 3-0 boomerangs, it limits that weakness 100%. But one of them, it is tough. And when you have a really big Monkey v Monkey attack, where regrow balloons can come right from the get-go, you're probably going to have some pretty big problems. So the next thing I want to do, I like to get the cannon. I want to showcase my 3-0 cannon and show you guys how much more popping power the 3-0 cannon actually does have. But the thing is, you can't start off with a 3-0 cannon because if any balloons higher than black balloons come, you're screwed. Yeah, the 3-0 cannon's not going to do anything. So instead of that, I will just stick with the boomerangs. Overall, this was such an easy level anyways, it's really not going to matter. It was only a 3 difficulty, when we are used to much more difficult than that. I've done quite a few 5 difficulties already, and I fended off most of them, but I did lose one of my Monkey v Monkeys already. So, as recommended from my Monkey v Monkey my Bloons Monkey City Basics video, I do recommend trying to go for 3rd tier towers before you get a bunch of random 1 towers or 2nd tier towers or anything like that. I told that to Amanda, but she didn't really listen, and then she kind of got screwed over, and she's losing out a lot of Monkey v Monkeys already. Amanda is a very good player, and I can't make fun of her too much, but still at the same time, it's just kind of funny to see her struggle a little bit. It just makes me like, oh, I'm actually a lot better than I think. So as you can tell, they don't have like a mega amount of popping power anymore. Normally that 3-0 boomerang would easily slice through every single one of those balloons, but they don't anymore. They don't slice through everyone. They actually end. They have a limited amount of popping power, which definitely hurts you a little bit versus these big grouped balloons. But that's what the cannons are for. These guys are meant to hit most of your black balloons and make sure that none of the blacks are here. And the Bernie stuff can go through pretty much anything, as well as the 3-0 cannons, which I'm going to end up getting, are fairly cheap compared to the boomerangs, but extremely, extremely helpful, to say the least. And I got Signal Flare here just in case any camo balloons come, but it looks like these guys' rushes don't really have too many camo balloons in here. In fact, I'm already almost level 15, and guess what? I have 0 camo balloons ready to go. So, should we attack him back? Nah, we won't attack him back just yet. But what we can do is we can fend off another rush over here. We're going to have to get the another Monkey v Monkey versus Noinator. So let's get going on this guy. It's a very hard one. I'm favored Monkey Aces, but I'm not restricted to anything, so that should help out quite a bit, depending on how bad this level is. So this is a toughie level. There's really hard spots to use boomerangs well in this level, as well as cannons are really not the most effective thing in the entire world. So what you have to do is you actually have to do something kind of weird. We're going to get a boomerang right here, and then we're going to get a boomerang right here. At least that's the way I like to do it. And we'll see, because this is 19 full waves, so the hardest part is going to be the early game for sure. It'd be really nice to get a 3-0 cannon, but I just can't make myself do that because of those silly little black balloons. I think I'm going to have to save up for this really strong boomerang. We're going to have to get a 3-0 boomerang. Now, I understand that this is not the best spot for a boomerang right now, but once we get them up to 3-0, it's going to be way, way better. So already, look at this. White balloons coming out on level 2. Oh my goodness. Just imagine if a big group of regrow balloons comes in here pretty soon. Regrow balloons are just completely deadly. Especially if you send out extra regrow balloons versus people. Very, very tough to beat. So, Spike Factory is going to have to be a king here. He's going to have to rock all these balloons. And yes, I've a couple of the noob cakes. You can tell if somebody's a noob or not by if they say balloons or balloons. I noticed it was kind of funny, actually. A couple of my real-life friends were talking to me about my website, and they're like, yeah, blah, 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 and they were kind of making fun of me, but they were being cool about it, and they're like, Chris, yeah, I love popping balloons, you know, blah, 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 balloons, balloons, and I'm like, and then my other friend, who actually watches my videos every once in a while, he's really cool, and kind of, I like that he actually watches my videos. I think it makes me feel better on the inside, I suppose, about him, but, oh man, look at these. Look at those. Oh my goodness. Our Spike Factory barely took care of him. He was like, no, you can tell you guys are noobs because you called them balloons. They're not balloons, they're balloons. And he was just kind of making fun of them a little bit or showing that they really don't care very much about my channel at all. Which is okay. Some people have certain things, but I figured because I'm their friend, at least they would check out my stuff or understand what I do just a little bit. For example, if they did things like this, maybe I'd check it out every once in a while. And just see how they're doing. Alrighty, so we're soon going to be able to afford this Glaive Ricochet, but all of these yellow balloons topped by a zebra coming out right away are going to be ridiculous. And look at that, we might need to use a couple sets of road spikes here just to survive against these things. So we're actually going to do that. We're going to use, we're going to try and go for no lives lost, if at all possible. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually sell this guy, get a Glaive Ricochet, leave him on first, and look at that, we started rocking all the balloons. Very close there. I know road spikes seem kind of counterintuitive because you're like, oh, we're spending money. We don't really want to use the road spikes because we've got to save up for this thing. But it actually does help out because there's usually big rushes, then little slow parts, big rushes, slow parts, things like that. So I think because these are such long Monkey v Monkeys, I might actually just do the 3 Monkey v Monkeys and do the Waddle Tree mission in the next video. That'll also help people maybe make it easier for them to find it a little bit later. So 3-0 cannon's going to go right here. I'm going to put them on close, get extra range, frag bombs, and then soon after get a 3-0 cannon. I felt like this was... Oh man, I just forgot about that camo balloons. So I think what I might have to do is get a mortar instead. Definitely a tough rush, just because I already got camo balloons coming in at me. These people, I don't know how they get so much freaking money. I really don't. It's really hard for me to get money. I play quite a bit, and this guy's only 1 level higher than me, and he's already got the little camo balloons coming out. He must really, really not build a lot of things, or must check on his money all the time, just come back here all the time and do that. So I think, you know what, I think my best bet is actually still going for that 3-0 cannon, just because there's really not that many camo balloons, and I might be able to deal with them fairly easily, as well as if some sort of camo lead does come, I'm not screwed, I just have to sell something and get a quick mortar up. Come on, 3-0 cannon. Oh, it's still locked. What? I bought it already. Oh, it must be... Oh, man, it must be upgrading. So that sucks for us, because now I have to use my mortar as my main popping power when I really wanted to use this cannon. Bunch of little yellow balloons running through, but no way, Jose. We're not going to let them get through. We're going to take them down. And finally able to afford Bernie stuff. Yes, Bernie stuff and increased accuracy. And then we'll get the Signal Flare. Again, you might not think it, but the Bernie stuff is a lot of popping power. It really, really helps you out. There's pretty much no way to say that Birdie stuff is bad. Even if you put it on this weird level with this weird little corner that you're using it on, instead of a nice surrounded area where they go over the balloons twice or something like that, you can easily rock them. And here we go, we got full camo detection as well, as we can get some more popping power up here pretty soon. In fact, I think what I'm going to do is get another 3-0 boomerang right here. And we're doing fairly well. I really can't complain. We're on a level 11 out of 19. Again, I'd really like to get that 3-0 cannon up, because that's a lot of extra popping power for all these weaker balloons. And all you need to do is pop them down to below blacks, and you're good. Also, I don't think he would have any ceramics just yet. Ceramics are pretty darn tough to get. You usually have to get to level 19 or 20 or something like that. But as I said, regrow balloons are not a big deal anymore once you get 2 of these 3-0 boomerangs, or anything more than that for that matter. And this is one of those levels where you really don't have very many spots where your 3-0 boomerangs can actually be used, and when they attack first, they can attack in 2 different spots. That's usually what I like to do with my 3-0 boomerangs. Usually I put my 2-0 boomerangs in a certain spot where they attack straight down a line, like for example here, put him on last, and he'll shoot straight down there the entire time. Or I put him up here, for example, where he's going to keep swirling around, just keep hooking around. You know, we like to call them hookers around here. These hookers are just doing plain amazing jobs. So what we can do is, since I know we're going to win, we're just going to go bloop, 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 bloop. And we just blooped the poop out of him. And also, why not, we'll just get another blooper over here. Why not, let's bloop this pooper. And as well, we can get a little bit more extra popping power here with a couple more 3-0 boomerangs. As you can tell, we're getting a little rough here. We actually had something get, our spike factor actually had to hurt something. So we'll put one right here. And 1, 2, and 3. We got a bunch of 3-0 boomerangs. I really don't see any way we could possibly lose this one, even with the weakness of the 3-0 boomerangs versus many, many grouped balloons all packed together like that. In fact, you know what? Another good way to do it is just to build cannons. Sounds kind of weird, but frag cannons really can do a lot of popping power. For example, this one's already got 1,000 balloon pops, and it's really in kind of a bad spot. You know, it's not in the best spot ever. Balloons barely ever get to it, and every single shot, you know, you get 20 pops, 20 pops, 20 pops. They can add up pretty darn fast. I don't think that's a max of 20 pops. That's just about how many he gets for hitting into these big grouped balloons. Grouped balloons. As well as we're on level 19 out of 19. Unless there's some mega crazy rush that we could possibly never ever beat in our entire life, then we win. We did it! Yay! Monkey v. Monkey number 2 has been defeated. Alrighty, so what do we get out of this one? We got some more City Honor, a bunch of Bloontonium. Should we revenge this guy? I don't know, I got 1668, I already got 800. I guess we'll revenge him. Why the heck not? So we'll just send out a full attack, and we'll send out extra regrow balloons against him. Yeah, we'll send out extra regrow balloons, because that will allow us to... Actually, you know what? No. I'm going to wait on this. I'm not going to attack him. I'm going to attack this guy. This Pizzeri. We have to attack him, because we have 2,000 Bloontonium, and then all the extra Bloontonium that he has against us, we should be able to get a bigger attack against him, unless I can just regrow it and just defeat him really nice and quick. At least I hope so. So we got these 3 are restricted, but I never use those anyways, so mountain tiles can be tough. They really can. There's a lot of really weird mountain tiles, like this one. This one's a weirdie. There's not very many good boomerang spots, and I don't have my 3-0 cannons yet. I don't really know exactly what to do, but the good thing is because it goes in 2 spots, you can actually get a really solid 3-0 boomerang spot in here, even though it's not a very long map at all. So again, 1-0, 2-0 boomerangs, not that useful, but 3-0 boomerangs, oh my goodness, yes. Oh my goodness, yes. We can just, oh, the gooey goodness, even on this little hill level. Only 18 waves today, so a little bit less hard than the last one. This guy should be on last, not on first. Whoa, whoa, easy mistakes for us. Again, what I like to do is I like to put my 2-0 boomerangs and such on last, and then once I get a 3-0, I definitely put them all on first, because he'll keep aiming the weakest balloons, which will be in the front here, and they'll hook around and go all the way through the entire map like that. But even with all these yellow balloons and stuff, it is very tough. It is tough indeed to make sure you're doing a decent job. We only have $300, and we're already leaking balloons to our spike factory over there. A lot of yellow balloons coming in really darn quick, and he's just not very good at hitting the fast balloons at all. He just misses like crazy. So, you know, you would be tempted to be like, hey, I'll just build a sniper, I'll just build a couple dart monkeys really quick, and then you don't realize that grouped balloons will end up killing you by level 7 or 8 or something like that, when you could have just lost a few lives in here, and made sure you lived, but lost a few lives, and just said, screw the stupid 5 balloon stones that I would have gotten from those few lives. It's really not that big of a deal to get those guys, especially because these are like free levels. They're free balloon stones if you get them. They're not really absolute balloon stones that you can never get back again. So again, we're getting some money in here, getting some money in pretty darn fast, but if we have any sort of crazy regrow rush come in here, we're dead. We're just plain dead. All these pink balloons just overwhelming us a little bit, and this guy's just not aiming the correct spot. You know, you want him to hook around like this, but if he ever aims this way, he's just not hooking around like that. And come on, we need a little easy spot for us before we get too crazy in here. And again, I think I am going to end this after this third Monkey v. Monkey. We still have, you know, that's going to be more than a 20-minute video, I think. Oh, a little bit of regrow balloons in there. I'm getting ready to use my road spikes if necessary. Again, like I said in the last time, you want to make sure you use road spikes if you want to get that no lives lost. Just say screw it. You think it's counterintuitive, but it's really not that bad. And we're just about to switch this guy over to first. You know, there's only a few balloons coming in here, so very, very slow indeed. Do you guys think I talk too fast? I think I talk too fast sometimes. Maybe I just need to chill out. So we'll just go with a first, and then get a 3-0 boomerang. And now you can tell they're just swoop-de-whooping around there. Alright. Do you guys think I talk too fast? I don't know. Some people say I talk way too freaking fast. I just think it makes it more exciting to talk really fast. And that's kind of just the way I've almost learned to do my commentaries. I've just done so many of them that it's just become a consistency for me. Alright, so what's the next thing we gotta get? How about a mortar? Let's get our mortar up for our camo detection. For example, I could talk something like this. Maybe this would be a little bit better for you guys. But again, this is even tough for me to talk like this. It just makes me want to talk faster. But I shall try it for a little while. And then what I end up doing is usually I start talking just really, really fast anyways, even though I'm not even trying to. I'll talk even faster. I'll be like, oh my goodness. The thing about it is sometimes when you talk really, really fast, you guys might know about this, is that it makes it so your words don't come out exactly how you want them to, and you have less time to think in between words, which makes your vocabulary just a little bit worse, and you might not sound quite as genius as you would if you talked a little bit slower. So you notice that those people that talk really, really slow might sound a little bit smarter, but in reality, they have way more time to think about what they're going to say. So some lead balloons coming in here. I finally got the Bernie stuff up. So we got Bernie stuff. I think what I'm going to do is get the increased accuracy before the signal flare, just because I really wanted to be accurate right in this area. Make sure I get a lot of popping power out of these, out of this mortar right here, because I really don't have very much. And then as well, I will get the signal flare. Usually camo balloons are not that big of a deal in most situations, and it does not look like this guy has any camo balloons. Which is probably more along the lines of the natural for these early Monkey v. Monkeys. Level 15, I wouldn't expect you to have camo balloons just yet. I've gotten a lot of Monkey v. Monkeys hacks against me, and I've spent a lot of my money on Monkey v. Monkey stuff, and I still don't even have the camo balloons. So, that just shows you right there that I think I'm doing pretty darn good, even though I don't play probably as much as some of these other people, that I'm doing pretty solid. So again, the next thing I'd like to do is, I'm thinking I'm just going to go with a couple cannons over here. If we get 3-0-0 cannons, you'd be surprised at how much popping power they can do. They do a lot. And even better is the frag bombs. $500 for those frag bomb upgrades, and they're just tremendous help. It doesn't really matter what you put them on, close, first, strong, last, whatever the heck you want, realistically, but now we can just go bam, 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 bam. And a few lead balloons coming in here. And oh my goodness, it looks like the lead balloons are my biggest problem at the moment. So what I can do is just go bam bam and just worry about that. You know, I got no more lead problems, I suppose. So the next thing to do is get a little bit more extra popping power. Hopefully no reroll balloons end up getting through my defense. No way, we would not like that. I think the best thing to do is again, I'd really like to get that 3-0 cannon. That would be the best thing to do. But because we're limited in that fashion, because I don't know why it's not ready yet, I'm going to have to look at that really quick. I want to look at that right after this map. After this level, and see what's going on with that. And here we go. I feel very safe right now. I feel like we're going to rock this Monkey v. Monkey, and overall, I'm liking that the Monkey v. Monkeys are a little bit tougher, because it means I'm probably going to beat more people a little bit easier, compared to I'm not really having too many problems with it. I mean, I lost one. Oh, there's some regrow zebras, but look at this amazing cannon boomerang action, defeated them quite easily. And just like before, we can go Dart Monkey destruction right in the middle here. Oh my goodness, you dart monkeys are so freaking delicious. As well as, why don't we do this? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that's a bunch of weird balloons rocking over there. Then we can just go... The 5 boomerang brothers shall unite to destruct all the balloons today. And, I don't know, I just felt so safe that I didn't mind doing that, you know? I mean, even with the 2-3-0 boomerangs, I feel pretty good, especially because all these guys, even though they're not doing that much popping power, they still are doing popping power. 78, 79, 81. You'd be surprised how fast they can add up their popping power when they're closer to the front there compared to these guys. I mean, you've got like 286, but this bad boy's got 93 already, and he's way cheaper. Way cheaper. And level 18, nice, easy cleanup work. We got a bunch of extra money here, just in case any sort of big rushes come out against us. Let's get a few more upgrades for us. I have been surprised before. I'm like, oh, level 8, level 17, super easy. 15, 16, 17, super easy. Level 18, how hard could it be? Then regrow crazy balloons come out because it's all randomized stuff. And you could have a really easy 15, 16, 17, and then a really, really freaking tough level 18. Or for that matter, I've had really, really tough level 17s and then a really easy level 18. Just odd how it works because it's randomized like that. So fantastic, it just popped up. We get another 27 City Honor, as well as a bunch of Bloontonium to attack this guy. 3,500 now. I hope we can be able to defeat him with this. So I'm going to do a regrow assault. 15 Bloonstones, but it's well worth it to get a bunch of extra cash from him. Boom, let's hope I can get pizzeria over there. And get some extra money here as well. I got a bunch of money to deal with now. More than $2,000. And let's check out my... Oh, it's done in a minute. I probably should have just waited that extra minute. Or even Bloonstoned it. How many Bloonstones? 2 Bloonstones. Not worth it anymore. But, let's just check out my city really quick. What's going on with my city? I mean, is your guys' city looking good? Do you guys think it looks nice? I personally think my city looks pretty nice. It's not exactly perfectly organized, but it's definitely not bad. I got almost the windmills over here. I got most of my boomerangs in this area. I got most of my banks in the bottom. I got most of my farms kind of in a line right here. I think what I'm gonna try and do is move my farms in just a little while, but for right now, I just can't do it. I've been getting a lot of space, so I have a lot of space here, and the correct thing to do is if you want to go up levels, what you can do is just build a crap load of low-level towers. Just go build, grab whatever base buildings you want, grab some snipers, and just shift them, go shift, 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 and just build like 20 of those guys of different towers. That will help you out, A, because you just get a bunch of low-level towers that you can get upgrades for if you want to, and B, because you get a bunch of experience for them. How much experience do you get per one? It's about 40 experience per $100 you spend. Yeah, roughly around there. About 50 experience per $100. Yeah, somewhere around there. So, you know, 435 to go up to the next level. 50 experience per $100. So you really only have to spend $800 to go up to the next level here. And realistically, how much money is that? About 5,000 to go up a level altogether. Plus, you get a bunch of... Oh, look at that. We just got 350 experience. We're about to go up to level 15. Sweet. I can't even believe I talked that long. I don't know. Alright, well, the next level here, I need to build a farm anyway, so I'm actually going to save my money. I have $2,000. My farm's going to go right here. Plan ahead with your city. Do not fall behind and be like, oopsie doodle, I ran out of power again. Oopsie doodle, I need $2,000 for a farm. And then on level 18, when you can upgrade these guys, pay attention to this, $20,000. Try and prepare for this, because the cool thing about these upgrades for the banana farms is they're ridiculously expensive. I understand that. $20,000 is a lot to save up for. But... once you get them upgraded, it is ridiculously awesome. Every single hour you get 1,200 cash instead of 500 cash. So that's pretty darn nice, to say the least. And I believe that is the highest level you can upgrade your farms. I think most things are just upgraded one level, which is kind of silly. I really wish you could upgrade them a little bit higher than that, because otherwise it's just like, what's the point of the upgrade? To upgrade them just once, you know? But that's all I have for you guys today. As always, please press that little like button. Sooner or later, we will end up playing this little special mission right down here, the Waddle Tree mission. I finally got my boomerangs up to 3-2, so I can get those guys up to doing whatever the heck I want pretty darn soon, as well as the Moab graveyard thing. I think we're going to have to wait on that for a little while, because I really don't have very many Moab Maulers. I don't have any good Spike Factory action. I really don't have very much to kill this guy, so probably going to wait on that, but other things shall come soon. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.